President Trump's on again, off again tariff deadline is now just hours away, and the White House is scrambling to make deals as businesses and consumers brace for the impact. Joining us now is NBC's Jay Gray. And Jay, where does the White House, when it comes to the White House, where does it stand with these deals with other countries?
Yeah, look, Chesley, the tariffs go into effect just after midnight, and President Trump says he's still working on deals with a handful of countries. There are some on the outside looking in. India, one of those that is struggling to make a deal. Most of the import taxes, though, have been set. The range of the tariffs from 10 to as much as 50% on more than 60 of our country's international trading partners.
Are companies saying anything at this point, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some concern from opponents and analysts that the tariffs could be passed on to consumers and American businesses. Heavy equipment manufacturer Caterpillar warning investors tariffs could bring a $1.5 billion loss to its bottom line, while Marriott's blaming the tariffs in part for a drop in government and international travel to the U.S.
Yeah. One of America's concerns is groceries. We've been hearing about that. How could these tariffs impact what we pay at the grocery store?
Yeah, well, those in the industry say initially the tariffs, along with concerns about inflation, could push prices up even higher than they are right now. On many of the staples you'll find at the grocery store, a new Associated Press poll showing a majority of Americans already struggling with the prices at the grocery store and say groceries are a major source of their stress these days.
Yeah, the Trump administration is still facing pressure when it comes to the Jeffrey Epstein case. What's the latest there?
Yeah, the president really working to deflect a lot of what's going on as the push for more information and transparency continues. Ghislaine Maxwell's attorneys have now filed a request to block the government from releasing grand jury transcripts in the Epstein case. They claim the release could hurt what they describe as her legal options. Maxwell is serving 20 years, convicted for sex trafficking young girls for Epstein. And the House Oversight Committee, they've issued a flurry of subpoenas targeting Bill and Hillary Clinton, 6 former attorneys general, and 2 former FBI directors. The committee also gave the Department of Justice just 2 weeks to deliver, they say, all of its files on the Epstein case and documents from the prosecution of Maxwell, with a deadline of August 19th for Congress to get that information.
Jay, overnight, the president acknowledged attorneys have reached out to the White House about another high-profile case.
Yeah, we can now confirm the legal team for Sean Puffy Combs has reached out to the president seeking a pardon after his conviction on charges related to prostitution. Now, the president has acknowledged that request, but he hasn't said anything else about the case. Combs is facing a maximum of 20 years in prison when he's sentenced in New York in October.
All right, we'll be waiting to hear about that and more. Jay, thanks so much for keeping us informed. All right.